Rookie trotting fillies for the Grade 1 Peaceful Way Final. Gathering speed. Well back after the miscue. That's 5, Calyx. Calyx jumping it off. Also making a break was 3, Patrona. Blasting out of there is 1 Bell from the outside. Now to her inside is Shimmering Hanover, along with Green Money Queen and Sugar Packet. 4 wide in front of us. They battle the opening turn. Jamieson pushing through with Sugar Packet with that inside advantage. Outside parked out. Wah with Shimmering Hanover. In behind that dueling pair, Green Money Queen. 1 Bell is settled 4th. She'll let the dust settle up front here. 27-1 opening quarter. Bingo Night follows the favorite 5th. Then it is Wishuponastar Deo, tracked by Sister Scarlet. Feet of the Moon up to Laura Hanover, and well back to the early breakers, Patrona and Calyx. In the backstretch, they race with Shimmering Hanover leading over Sugar Packet. Wall looks over his shoulder. He sees 1 Bell on the move, and here she is now second and applying the pressure to leader Shimmering Hanover. Following her is going to be Bingo Night. She's up to 4th. Inside 5th, Green Money Queen. A third over 6th to Wishuponastar Deo. Sister Scarlet being brought to the outside. Then up to Laura Hanover, back to Feet of the Moon, Patrona and Calyx. Halfway home and 56-2 is leader Shimmering Hanover. On the outside is 1 Bell, about a half length away. In the pocket, locked up third, that's Sugar Packet. Second over, ready to pounce, and pouncing now is Bingo Night as Jones give his filly her cue. Following that move is Wishuponastar Deo to the inside, Green Money Queen, 125 and 1 3/4. It's Shimmering Hanover at the lead. Sugar Packet out of the pocket and takes over the lead. It is Sugar Packet now with the lead with 1/8 of a mile to go. Sugar Packet with Bingo Night chasing her in behind. Pace setter Shimmering Hanover trying to hold on to third. Wishuponastar Dale, but it's Sugar Packet pouring it on. Blake Macintosh repeats in the Peaceful Way with his filly Sugar Packet. She'll win by open lengths in 1:53 3 over Bingo Night and Shimmering Hanover. It's Shimmering Hanover at the lead. Sugar Packet out of the pocket and takes over the lead. It is Sugar Packet now with the lead with 1/8 of a mile to go. Sugar Packet with Bingo Night chasing her in behind. Pace setter Shimmering Hanover trying to hold on to third. Wishuponastar Dale, but it's Sugar Packet pouring it on. Blake Macintosh repeats in the Peaceful Way with his filly Sugar Packet. She'll win by open lengths in 1:53 3 over Bingo Night and Shimmering Hanover.
I gotta go up there and see
Stakes victory there here for Jodie Jamieson and Sugar Packet as she captures the Peaceful Way final. Jodie, you worked out picture perfect trip. Is that the way you envisioned it?
I'm not sure how I envisioned it. I was just going to kind of react, and I had to leave a little bit more, to keep the lead, and then, to get Toddy in behind me, and then to let Louie go. I was happy to sit the deuce, and I know James's filly, sometimes when she sees the front, sometimes she won't go as good, and I think she kind of half got to the lead and then kind of darted in, and Louis had to leave him out there. And it couldn't have worked out any better for us because this filly was just like Blake had her so good. She just wasn't quite, as good as she'd been in the past last week. Off slow fractions and stuff. She still raced fine, but he thought thanks a lot, guys. He thought she'd be way better tonight. He said she warmed up better. Another week at home. And, obviously she was awesome tonight, just awesome. I mean, last year I booked off Mona Lishi in the final, and James picked her up and won, and let's go! Thanks, guys. And to get a chance to drive Sugar Packet again this year in this race, I mean, it's awesome, just awesome.
You sat behind her in her career try, and she absolutely dominated in that effort. Did you figure that you were going to sit behind a top filly after her career debut?
Well, I mean, you never know, right? Like, Blake's always been really fair with me. If I'm driving them, he leaves me on them, and she came back to Ontario and he put me back on her, so I'm just happy to get the chance.
And lastly, obviously, first over last week, a tough trip, but were you worried that when James was going to clear that was the other trip that you were going to have to get in that spot?
I probably would have been able to slip out on Bingo Night's back, looking back, but we didn't have to worry about it as it turned out.
Nice job, Jodie. Congrats on what's a good night so far.
Thanks a lot, brother.
And back in front of us, 7th race winner capturing the Grade 1 Peaceful Way final It's number 6, Sugar Packet. Mr. Bill McClinchy, our VP of Standardbred Racing, making the trophy presentation to the winning connections of Sugar Packet, who's a 2-year-old bay filly by 6-pack out of the Windsong's Legacy Dam, Sugarcane Yankee. She's bred by Winback Farm, only trained by Blake Macintosh, co-owned by Bay Pond Racing Stable and Ozzie McKay. Jodie Jamieson, the winning driver. Jodie having a great night, is 4th so far. Adds a grade 1 to the resume with Sugar Packet, who's 3 for 7 during her rookie campaign. And the biggest win of her career so far is a lifetime best 150.
Yes, that's back-to-back peaceful weight titles here for Blake Macintosh, as he did it with Mona Lisa last year, and this year doing it with Sugar Packet, a filly he also co-owns here in this spot. First and foremost, Blake, congratulations. And let's just go back to last week at that elimination, a filly who you thought maybe should have had more pop off that trip when you and I were discussing, or in that effort, I should say, when we were discussing, but she bounced back in a big way. Were you confident that she was going to be able to, just turn it around in a week?
I wasn't sure. I wasn't very happy with last week's performance. She just had no pop leaving, but, we'd shipped her up from the New York barn earlier in the week, and, maybe that took a little bit out of her. I knew this morning when I jogged her at the track, she was back to herself. Just felt a lot better this morning, and warming up, she was great. I told Jodie she's back to herself.
And just off camera here, you were even jostling with the idea of potentially going barefoot here in this spot. Is that something that, what made you decide to just keep the shoes on here?
Actually, no, I was going to go barefoot with the colt in the Wellwood, and I'm just worried about the rain coming and being a sloppy track and going barefoot with that. But, he hits his elbows and she goes pretty clean, so we're just going to leave the shoes on her the whole time.
A filly that was just over $14,000 a Canadian at the sale. I mean, for you, what drew your attention to the starter of 6-pack?
We've had good luck with 6-packs, and, I really liked the look of her. I thought she was a beautiful horse, and, there was just something about her eye. Just caught my eye, and we buy cheap horses, and it worked out this time.
That's a pretty good group that she was taking on in New Jersey, though, and this is a pretty good group that she took on in the final. But she was making a good account of herself over in New Jersey. I mean, just off those efforts alone, were you confident that she would stand out here, even against the filly like One Bell, who was perfect leading up to this point?
I was really high on the filly going into last week. I thought that she was, she in the Jersey final, she got a bit of a rough trip. She got locked in, then had to come back out and get out late, and came up for second. Jodie gave her a perfect trip tonight, and everything worked out, and that's all we could hope for.
Filly, who you also co-own here with Ozzie McKay, who's been a partner with you for so many horses. I mean, what does it mean to you to have success with Ozzie, and what's he busy doing on a night like tonight?
Ozzie's at a country concert. First race he's missed all year. I'm not sure I'm going to let him come to any more races. Ozzie and I are like great friends. He does so much for me, and I appreciate everything. So, just great night.
Appreciate your time, Blake. Congratulations, and good luck in the coming stakes races as well.
Thanks.
All right, to Sugar Packet, Blake Macintosh, Jodie Jamieson, getting it done here in the peaceful way.